The fullness of the feasts that we talk about is an order. It is an order. But an order of what?
Right? An order
of religion?
No, of relationship.
It's not an order of religion.
Of family, of sonship.
Mm-hmm. Right. But why do we take it as an order of religion? Which religion? Again, a little while ago we talked about, and it's a set of what? Observances, right? A set of observances. So I often ask people, are you religious? Here's what I get. You want to play role play?
Sure.
Okay, ask me if I'm religious.
Here, you one of those, kind of religious people?
Oh my God, I'm not religious. I have a relationship with God.
Wow. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I worship Him. I honor Him. I go to church. I love Him. I have a relationship with Him. I pray. He answers.
Do you mean like you have a relationship with another person?
Oh, of course not. That's not God. You can't have a relationship like that with God. I've heard that before.
Really?
Yes. Do you know what? Here is the real truth. The real truth is whatever you observe is your religion. So, let me ask you. Now let's change the roles.
Okay.
All right. Are you religious?
You mean like, do I know the Bible? And
No, you're religious.
do I go to church? And
No, I mean, just you have a religion. What's your religion?
my religion?
Yeah. What's your religion?
I have a relationship with the living God.
Oh, okay. Do you get up in the morning?
I do.
Do you brush your teeth?
I do.
Yeah. Do you eat breakfast?
I do.
Yeah. Do you go to work?
I do.
So do you spend time with your kids?
I do.
Did you know that you have a set of observances called religion?
Oh, wow. No. I didn't never consider that. I thought that was just everyday life.
Hello? Aren't those a set of observances you do every day? Guess what? You're all religious.
Like the term, I do it religiously.
I do it religiously, right? Yeah. Some people say I have to have dinner at 6 o'clock. It's just got to have it. I do it religiously. It's a set of observances. All right. So having a relationship with God, we look at these set of observances and we call them religion. Well, guess what? They will be religious if you make them religious. They have been religious because they've been made religious. But what did God intend for these sets of observances to really be? Did He make them just for religious purposes? No. The Bible says that now when he went to be put into the hands of sinful men was the Passover. The Passover came about. He sat at the table with His disciples. He said, I'm about to be turned over to the hands of sinful men. He went to the garden to pray. The men came. They took Him by force. No, actually it says He gave Himself to their hands.
That's right.
As He gave Himself into their hands, they took Him to be the second lamb we talk about. The first lamb is on the table. That's the one we're all eating. Still till today, observing a Pesach, a Passover, with a lamb upon the table. Secondly, the second lamb was taken to be inspected and put to death in the 9 o'clock hour of the morning. Did you know Mark says Yeshua was nailed to the cross in the 9 o'clock hour in the morning? The third lamb was taken in the evening, and he had to be given up as a holocaust to God, an ever ascending sacrifice in the 9th hour of the day, was it? 12th hour of the day? No, 9th hour of the day.
Ninth,
10,
I
11, 12,
believe.
9th. And the book of Luke and Mark testify that he gave up the ghost at what time? The exact time of the second lamb of the temple. So number one, the lamb that he consumed was within him. That's the first lamb. Number two, he took that same lamb by faith to the first event of the day, which was the crucifixion, which was the atoning first lamb of the morning. And the third lamb of the day, he gave up the ghost, having the first lamb within him, the second lamb upon him, and the third lamb he entered into our debt. So God wiped the slate clean that day for us through a man. We want to see Yeshua as God only. But we have to be acquainted with the man to understand our problem. We have to be acquainted with him as a man, as the Son of Man version. And Romans 11:36 says this: For from him and through him and to him. All right, let's say that together. And for from him and through him and to him, what? Are all things. Some things?
Are all things.
All things. To him be glory.
Forever.
Forever. Amen.
Amen.
What does this verse have to do with Genesis 1:2? Well, Genesis 1:1 said, in the beginning. What beginning? For from him, so who's the beginning? So what precedes?
Everything.
Everything. Everything proceeded from him. In the beginning.
In the beginning
he was there.
was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him, and apart from him,
What?
nothing. Apart from him,
What?
apart from him,
Woo!
nothing came into being that has come into being.
Instrument solos. Yeah. All right, Willie, do the honors. All right, Rose gonna give us a little rhythm, and Willie can feel more comfortable.
Give a little lead.
Yeah, there
A
you
little
go.
Latin lead. A little Willie Hebraic lead.
Classical gas. Come on, Willie. Listen up.
No, wait, Willie. Come on, Willie. Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Let everything that Come on.